Good afternoon. How are you, girls?
Good afternoon. Fine, thank you. And you?
Pretty well also, thank you.
Hi, teacher.
Hi there. Okay, so let's start class. We're starting topic number 5. Okay, waiting lines.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
Hi there. Good afternoon. Okay, so Melissa, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Are you already well?
Yes, I'm on medication now.
Okay, I'm glad to see you with us. Ines, you're there. Okay. Luis Peña.
Right here.
Hi. Luisa Rendon. Good afternoon. Diana Perez. There you are. Monica Guillen, can you turn on your camera, please? Okay, where's the rest? Nobody knows? Arnoldo, there you are.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Arnoldo. Okay, so let me put the video here. Okay. What else can we do? Mauricio Luna. Carla, hi there.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Mauricio. Erika Peralta. Luis Perez. Erika, did I saw there a Christmas tree on the background?
Yes,
Really? Wow.
my mom loves Christmas.
Yes, well, that's nice. I mean, I don't put I'm so lazy that I don't put anymore the Christmas tree. It's amazing. Oh, that's nice. Nice spirit.
Thank you.
Teacher, I just came in.
Hi, how are you, Luis? Yes, already
Good, thank
put
you.
you in the car roll. Hi, Mauricio.
Hello, teacher.
Hi there. I don't see you on my list. I lost you.
19.
19. Okay, Serra, here.
Thank you.
Okay. Mauricio Serra. Okay. Are you mad, Carla, or just lazy today?
No, teacher, I'm fine.
Okay, you look serious.
I got a lot of homework to do.
Well, that's good. No, Ernesto Gonzalez, there you are.
I am here, teacher.
Okay. So let's start with the notice that I received. Where is this notice? Let me find it first. Here. Okay, so it's regarding disciplinary elements. We're gonna give some time for the rest to get connected. Who did just connect?
Me, teacher Eugenia.
Eugenia, okay. And this, one of the notices is for Mauricio. Eugenia, here you are. Okay. So they're asking for this. We received this from the rector of the university in email to all the professors asking to bring these observations during class. Okay, we got 4 more weeks of class, more or less. And they're saying, for some reason, the academic department has been into different classes. They went into one of these ones. I don't know which one, to be honest, but they saw my class and they give some recommendations. I get a nice grade over there. But they say students eat during class. So please, out of respect for the teacher and your classmates, students should not eat food during the session. So I kindly ask you, please do not eat during the session, okay? I don't think we got this problem in this class. That's mainly in the morning when they're having breakfast. Okay, next one. Some students smoke during class. Well, out of respect for the teacher and their classmate, students should not smoke. Okay, I don't think we have that problem neither. Okay. The third one, some students do not turn on their camera in many occasions, indicating that communication is cut because the bandwidth does not give to keep the camera turned on. Out of respect for the teacher and your classmates, students should keep their cameras on during the session. Okay, I know with exceptions, you have those who always come in and have problems, always let me know at the beginning, okay? But if I see somebody turn off your camera, I'm gonna start asking questions about the topic until you turn on the camera, okay? On the other hand, if I ask questions and nobody asks and the camera is off, what it will happen is that I will take you out of the session and you're gonna be absent in the call roll, okay? So pay attention on that one. We do have a problem in this situation. And then some students, the fourth one, some students are late for class. Out of respect for the teacher and their classmates, students should connect in advance to the session. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, please try to connect exactly at 5:30, not later. I know that you're gonna tell me that some of you professors finish class late. So please talk with them because they received the same email I received, and let them know that they should be finishing the class 10 minutes before. Okay, so if you have a class at 4 o'clock, your class should finish at 4:20 so that you can have a 10-minute period so that you can go to the bathroom or drink some water or stretch yourself, okay? But that's something you got to ask to the other professors. In my case, I will be careful to finish class at 6:50 so that you can stretch and then continue with your next class if you have a class, okay? Now, these observations of disciplinary elements come out from senior management. I ask you to discuss this observation given. So does anybody has a point here? Do you want to comment something about this? Do you agree? You don't agree? Can we do something? Mauricio say that he doesn't agree, or you don't have nothing to say? Mauricio
No.
Serra.
Okay.
No, I don't have nothing to say.
Okay,
Well, I have
so
nothing to say.
so when you don't have nothing to say, that means that you agree. Remember that.
I have one doubt. The week, sometimes I eat some cookies or some dessert or some nuts or some pistachios. There's a problem if I do that.
Well,
A little dessert, but
let
not
me-
dessert. Some like I don't know, like some
Let-
I don't know how to say it.
botana, andas botaneando.
Sí, unos
Snacks.
cacahuates or algo, some snacks.
Okay. let me
Not all
go
the
to-
classes, but sometimes.
Let me go to the last
Yes,
line,
me too.
Mauricio, where it says, I am sure that when you or your parents are cared for by university employees, you're given the same respect. So my question would be, when you get to the office of the university and there's an employee that you come and ask for something, is he having snacks at that moment?
Well, I have like almost.
No, not you, the employee of the university.
But I don't put attention, but I really think no. Maybe
Okay.
sometimes, but not always.
They don't because of respect, but on their case, they ask for the same respect.
Yes. Okay, no problem.
I personally do not have a problem with that, but I think there are rules that we have to follow, Okay, so
Okay.
sorry, Mauricio, you're gonna have 1 month of no more snacks during this time, okay?
Okay.
Because we have 4 or 5 more weeks. I think we got 4 more weeks to go.
But
Uh,
teacher,
Yes,
I think there's a big difference between a snack and like actually like a plato
Yes,
grande.
Like a whole food.
yes, I agree. It's not the same. It's not the same having some peanuts than having the torta, no? That's a whole different situation. I agree, but sometimes you can see people, they're not having only a snack, they're having like the whole bunch of peanuts in the mouth for the whole hour, okay? Now, I don't have problem with that, but I bring it up because they don't like, they think that we got to stop doing that, okay? And if they're asking for, my point is that, would you suffer, Mauricio, for not eating snacks during this hour?
No, I don't. And
Okay,
not
so
suffering.
so let's try not to do it, okay?
Okay.
So, teacher,
align
mainly it's gonna
What?
be no eating and no smoking. That's like the main points, right?
Exactly. Please,
So-
no eating, no smoking, and connect on time. And please don't turn off your camera.
So if I
Okay.
want, like, if it's respectful, so I can grab a beer and just drink a beer during class. By the logic.
Well, you shouldn't be drinking beer during a class.
Well, it's not in the disciplinary elements. So I mean,
Yes, but it's not. It's not.
You can put it in a Yeti and there's no problem. Nobody's gonna see.
exactly.
Okay,
te la
but
sabes.
that's on your own moral. Do you agree? That's
Yes,
your
it's-
decision. That's your whole decisions. I think you'll have to change the peanuts for the beer. But that's your decision, Mauricio.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, beer, it's a little bit expensive. Okay, so if I see that you're drinking something yellow, either you're drinking beer or whiskey, or I don't know, if
Apple
you're
water.
having something different. Apple water, apple juice.
Pineapple water.
Yes, I know. Okay, so they're asking for this. Let's try to align. It wouldn't bring us a problem. On the other hand, it will not distract us. Okay, so okay, now let's go directly to our class for today. Today,
Teacher,
I'm
you already
looking-
take list?
what?
Did you already take list?
Oh, yes. By the way, that was one of the points. Try to get early into my class.
You have
Okay.
like 5 minutes here.
Okay. Georgina, is she connected? Sara Macias, did she connect? No? For some reason, she connected yesterday and now she's not connected. I think she got the whole days mixed up. Okay, Miguel Rodriguez, is he with us?
Yes.
Okay. Rafael Rosas,
Hello.
that's a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Manuel Suarez, he dropped. Pablo Vasquez? No. Okay, so they must be having a snack together, Georgina, Sara, and Pablo, for sure. Okay, so let's go to our class for today. Today we're going to start a topic that it's called waiting line models, okay? Luisa, leave your phone and pay attention, please. That's something I certainly would appreciate when you leave your phones. Thank you, dear. Okay, so we're gonna see the structure of a waiting line system. Okay, that's like an introductory topic. So, and on Thursday, then we're gonna go over the single server waiting line and then multiple server waiting line model, okay? So today we're gonna put the basis for Thursday class. Now, do you remember the last time you had to wait at the supermarket check out or to be served at the fast food restaurant, the time you spend waiting is undesirable, okay? Adding more bank tellers or dispatcher is not always the best solution to improve service, okay? Because there's a cost behind it. Companies must find ways to keep wait times within tolerable limits. Now, in management science, we call a waiting line, it's also known as a queue, okay? And the body of the knowledge dealing with waiting lines is the queuing theory, that in Spanish, it's called Teoría de Colas. Have you heard about it? No? Okay, so that's our fifth topic, Teoría de Colas. Now, waiting the model consists of mathematical formulas. We're gonna watching a lot of formulas in this occasion, okay? And these formulas are used to determine the characteristics, the operating characteristics or performance measures for the waiting line. We're gonna be measuring the waiting line through these mathematical formulas. Now, managers who have such information are better able to make decisions about how to balance the desirable service levels. Eugenia, can you talk to me about an experience in a waiting line? What has been your worst experience?
In a waving life,
Waiting, no, not a
waiting
waiting
line.
life. Yes, this is not filosofía de vida. This is a more specific and small period of your life. The waiting line.
Bad experience.
Yes.
I think one time I was behind a couple and they were fighting, and I was listening to this fight, and they didn't care that all the people there were like listening
behind them. Okay, that's terrible. That's awful. Okay. Who has been in an OXXO store where there's only one cashier?
And the people
All the
in front
time.
of you making like 4 or 5 deposits and some payments.
Oh, yes. I hate that. When you get into the OXXO and there's only one cashier, and the person that is getting the service after buying the pingüinos and the Coca-Cola and whatever, then they say, oh, and I want to put some money on my cell phone. And by the way, I'm going to make a deposit. You just
Withdraw
go like,
money.
yes, you want to die in that moment, no?
Or when
And,
they took his Saldazo card, it's very
yes.
late.
Yes, I hate it. I hate it. But some OXXOs, they move pretty fast. For example, they have a second cashier. But although they have a second cashier, it's not enough. For example, I live here in Sonterra. I don't know if you know where it's Sonterra, here in Querétaro. And we got one OXXO. There used to be nothing around Sonterra. And now they have been opening Bodega Aurrera and OXXO and all that. So the OXXO attends like 1,000 houses, more or less, something like that. So whenever you got to the OXXO, there's a huge waiting line, okay? And one time I get really pissed off because this was this old lady attending at the cashier. She was terrible attending the people, and mainly like putting all the information on the screen to charge you. And finally, after 20 minutes, I came into service. Okay, I went into the service time and I asked her to cash, I want to pay with my credit card. And I don't know exactly what it did, that she had to reset the whole computer. And that reset of the computer, because she made a mistake, because she was on a phone call, took about 10 minutes. Everybody could really want to kill her. I mean, it was terrible, no? It was horrible. And most of the times I cannot stay quiet. My wife just say, don't say nothing, please don't say nothing, shut your mouth, shut your mouth. But at the end, I just couldn't say to the lady, and I say, sometimes you got to be careful that if you're too old to attend all these people, you better not be working here because you make us lost a lot of time and it's not fair. And she just say, well, I'll consider it. Thank you for your notice. So too bad for me, okay? And she's still working there. I hate her. So anytime I go to the OXXO store, I try not to be with her. And if the service goes with her, I'll let the one behind me to go before me because I don't want to spend 15 more minutes with a reset computer. Okay? I learned on that occasion. Okay, have you been at a pizza company? Let's say Caesar Pizzas. Yes or no?
Yes.
What has been your experience, Carla or Mauricio? Can you tell me?
Carla.
Come on, Carla. Why is Caesar's Pizza selling a lot of pizza nowadays?
Because the pizza is already made, so you
Yeah.
Cheap and
just
hot and ready.
Exactly.
It's cheap is
Okay, so you got two options. You got there few options. I mean, when you get to the Caesars, you may not have more than 20 options. I think they got 15. That's it. But the point is that they have the food is already served, no? So the lady that is taking the order, she only has to turn around, bring it back to you, unless you are asking for something really, really different. And they'll tell you that it will take about 15 or 20 minutes, no? But if you go for the regular products, the selling process, the service time, it's for less than 3 minutes, I would say, or less, no? They're really, really fast. Okay, have you been to Walmart?
Yes.
No, Luisa, you don't go to grocery stores. Okay, and you don't make any waiting line?
One time, teacher,
Yes,
I was in the waiting line and like there were about 8 people, aunties,
yes, before?
before. And then I was almost ready to put my stuff in. And then the cashier said, oh no, it's closed.
Sorry, it's closed. I hate when that happens also. Yes,
I
and
think
that's
that
terrible.
the worst lines are in La Frontera. Cuando hacen, when you go
oh,
in
when,
car
when
to
you
United
pay
States,
to entry, it's
Yes.
very
once I
tardado.
was 8 hours in a line.
Yes, yes. How do you call aduanas? It has
Yes.
an.
Once I
it has-
was in the queue, and when it was my turn, they are making the change of turns, so they
Yes.
have to make the corte de caja, and they
Yeah.
spend like 2 hours.
2 hours for that?
You're making the cambio de caja and change of turn. It was very stressful.
Yes, yes. That's crazy. It's when you go to customs, no, through customs.
Yes.
It takes a long period. I remember being 2 years ago, we went to Vegas, my wife and I, and we took our kid. And that pass through customs was really crazy. We spent about hour and a half in customs. My kids start getting mad about it, but you cannot do nothing except trying to make him calm because if they start getting crazy, they look you like different, no? What's going on with this guy? And yes, I understand that part. For example, today I went to the Social Security, Instituto Mexicano del Seguro Social, to make some papers regarding my pension plan. And most of my experience have been terrible. It's a long, long line at the sun for 2 hours, okay, more or less 100 people on the line. And then after that, you go into an office where they have chairs This is mainly because of the COVID situation. So they got, you go into the office and they give you a ticket, okay, depending on which line do you want to go. And so you could be in the line for 2 hours, and then in the office, it will be at like 20 minutes, okay? But it's terrible because there are people, old people, let's say that I'm one of the youngest one, but there's people 80 years old people or 70 years standing for 2 hours at the sunlight. It's like, and it's the social security, like, guys, why don't you put chairs or try to put a special area for these people? They don't care. But the problem is that that's government lines and they're terrible, no? Okay, so let's do some queuing theory. Okay, so today we're gonna put the basis for a case, okay? The case is gonna be for the Burger Dom fast food restaurant, okay? And I'm quite interested in leaving quite clear 2 concepts. One concept is the arrival rate, and the second concept is the service rate, okay? Now, the arrival rate, it's calculated with this formula before we start so that you understand what I'm talking about. When we say for 1 minute, it would be, so it says an arrival rate of 45 clients per hour, okay? So my arrival rate, it's 45 clients in 60 minutes. So this is equal to 0.75 clients in 1 minute, okay? We're gonna be using this information and its distribution, how its probability distribution. On the other hand, and we're gonna be using the lambda letter. You're gonna get a little bit confused because we're gonna see right now a video where they use the mu. This mu, we're not gonna use it for this arrival rate. We're gonna use it for the service rate here, okay? And the way that it's calculated, when you're at the dispatcher, you got 60 orders. This is mu, 60 orders in 1 hour. That means it would be 1 order per minute, okay? Now, let's understand a little bit more about this information, how we're gonna use it. When we have a single server waiting line, this is more related to the what we say, the arrival rate, okay? Here's where we're gonna be talking about the arrival rate. And then when the service starts is when you have the dispatcher, okay, or a server that is taking your order, okay? So this dispatcher here, we're gonna use the server rate, the one that we got here. Yes, the service rate. So this is gonna be the service rate. Okay, so we have, okay? So let me go back to the information. So Burger Dom sells cheeseburgers, French fries, soft drinks, milkshakes, and all related to that. And they are quite interesting in that every customer gets immediate service, okay? Because they're concerned that the methods they use to serve customers will lead to excessive wait times. They want to study the waiting line to determine the best method, okay? Now, the single server waiting line is used in this burger company, and it's this image. People comes here, customers arrive, and they wait, okay? So here's the waiting line. And then we got a server, a dispatcher, and this dispatcher will be attending 1 by 1, okay? So this dispatcher takes the order, cash the customer, and then we'll give the products, okay? So a dispatcher takes the custom orders, determines the total cost, receives the customer money, and then after that, they fill the order, okay? How does it works in Caesar Pizzas? It's exactly the same, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, how it's in McDonald's?
It's pre-made it now. They already have the hot buns, the meat. They only assembly.
But the dispatcher is the same one that fills the order?
I don't remember. I think the
No.
fries no, or the milkshakes, the McFlurries, or
No, you got here a dispatcher that it's with the customer, and behind them, they got one guy doing the French fries or the milkshakes or the drinks. And then here we got another one doing like the burgers and the desserts, okay? So when this one brings up the order until the order is closed, it gives them to them immediately. It's a ticket. They give them the ticket, and while they are receiving your money as a customer, the other two are putting the products on the charola. How you say charola?
On the tray.
On the tray, yes. Okay, so they try to make it a little bit faster, okay? Sometimes it works pretty good. Sometimes they fall in some errors because you got a first dispatcher here, okay, that takes the order. And then this dispatcher sends it to this server. So this one will take the order and then it will cash the money and then pass the order to the next one. And this one will fill the order. So you have to make two lines. So after paying, you come over here and make a second line. And that's like useful, no? There's no reason for that. They think that it's fast, but it's not really that fast. And that's because they don't understand that they have to be behind this one, making the filling of the server, so that when you finish paying, you have almost half or most of your order on the tray, sorry. Okay, so the operation they have here in the burger is what they call a single server waiting line, okay? Every customer who enters the Dom Burger passes through this channel, station taking and delivering orders, okay? So when more customers arrive than they can be served, they form a line and wait for the order taking and delivery station to clear. So at rush hours, this must be a little bit crazy, no? Now, we're gonna be studying these two characteristics, the arrival rate, okay, and the service rate. The definition of the waiting arrival line process involves determining the probabilistic distribution of the numbers of arrivals over a period. What we are going to be using next class is when we want to know what's the probability of having 2, 3, or 4 clients in the line, okay? And analysts, what they have seen, analysts related to mathematics, to quantitative methods, they have seen that this probability, it's the pattern of the probability, it's well described with what they call the Poisson probability distribution. So let's watch a video so that you get familiar with this Poisson probability, okay? Put it already arrived. Do we have Georgina? I see Georgina coming in. So let me put
Yes,
her.
I'm here.
Let me put her present.
Teacher
okay?
Sarah said she's sick.
Oh, too bad for her. Okay. And be sure to tell her to watch the video. Pablo, is he with us? No, he's absent. Okay. I'm going to close this. Okay, and I'm going to close the share screen because I'm going to put you a video. Okay. Stop share. Please pay attention. It's quite interesting. Share screen. Okay. Now, where's the video? Here it is. Okay.
Hola chicos, yo soy Jorge de Matemóvil y el día de hoy vamos a estudiar la distribución de Poisson, una distribución de probabilidad discreta, súper importante en nuestro curso de
Are you
estadística.
able to hear and watch the video?
Yes.
Okay, so pay attention, please.
Se escribe Poisson con doble S, pero se pronuncia Poisson. A ver, repite conmigo, Poisson. Muy bien, veo que ya lo tienes. Eso sí, el que logra dominar este tema y saca buena nota en su examen puede pronunciarlo como se le dé la gana. Esta distribución de probabilidad fue propuesta por primera vez por Siméon Poisson en un libro publicado en el año 1837. Desde ahí, a medida que avanzó el tiempo, la cantidad de aplicaciones se incrementó, sobre todo con la aparición de las computadoras. Aunque a mí esa historia de las computadoras y la tecnología, la verdad es que no me gusta mucho. Quizás sea esa la razón por la cual me está yendo tan mal con mi canal de YouTube y por eso le dedico cada vez más tiempo a mi otro trabajo. Sí, como yo les había comentado, yo trabajo como veterinario en una clínica y a mi consulta llegan muchos pacientitos, sobre todo perros y gatos, aunque últimamente también he atendido un poco de mapaches, cabras, patos, tiburones, serpientes, tortugas, entre otros animales, hasta dinosaurios, incluso unos que nunca en mi vida había visto, pero a todos se les atiende con cariño. Cada día esperamos la llegada de 4 pacientes. Pero hay algo que me rompe la cabeza, y es que algunos días llegan más, algunos días llegan menos, algunos días llegan un montón, pero un montón de pacientes. ¿Será acaso posible calcular la probabilidad de que lleguen 3 pacientes en un día? ¿Será acaso posible calcular la probabilidad de que lleguen 5 pacientes en un día? Sí se puede, gracias a la famosa formulita de la distribución de Poisson. Pero antes de aplicar la famosa formulita tenemos que verificar que se cumplen algunos supuestos. Si no se cumplen estos supuestos no estaremos ante una distribución de Poisson. Como siempre arrancamos con la variable aleatoria. Y para la distribución de Poisson vamos a decir que la variable aleatoria es el número de veces que ocurre un evento durante un intervalo definido. En algunos libros lo encontraremos como el número de ocurrencias durante un intervalo definido, pero es lo mismo. El intervalo puede ser de tiempo, siempre aparecen intervalos de tiempo en esta distribución, pero también podríamos toparnos con un intervalo de distancia, longitud, de área, de volumen, entre otros. Vamos a colocar nuevamente nuestra variable aleatoria, esta vez empleando la letra X mayúscula, y vamos a decir que es el número de veces que ocurre un evento durante un intervalo definido. Primer ejemplo. Vamos con el caso de la veterinaria. Vamos a decir que X es el número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge en un día. Número de veces que ocurre un evento, número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge durante un intervalo definido en un día. Hemos trabajado con un intervalo de tiempo. Bien, bien, bien. Borramos ese y vamos con el segundo ejemplo. Vamos a decir ahora que X es el número de autos que llegan a una gasolinera en 8 horas. Número de veces que ocurre un evento, número de autos que llegan a una gasolinera durante un intervalo definido en 8 horas. Excelente. Hemos trabajado ahí con otro intervalo de tiempo. Ya muchos ejemplos con intervalos de tiempo, ¿verdad? ¿Qué te parece si vamos a cambiar ahora y trabajamos con un intervalo de volumen? Vamos a decir que X es el número de bacterias presentes en un litro de agua. Ahí lo tenemos. Número de veces que ocurre un evento, número de bacterias presentes durante un intervalo definido en un litro de agua. Ahí está. Hemos trabajado ahora con un intervalo de volumen. Ya está. Y terminamos con la variable aleatoria. Pero faltan 3 cositas súper importantes. ¿Qué sigue? La probabilidad de ocurrencia es la misma para cualesquiera 2 intervalos de igual longitud. Eso suena complicado, pero en palabras sencillas vamos a decir que el ratio teórico con el que ocurren los eventos no cambia, es constante, siempre va a ser el mismo. Para el caso de la veterinaria, vamos a decir que el ratio teórico con el cual llegan los pacientes es de... se me ocurre, como lo veníamos mencionando hace un ratito, 4 pacientes al día. Muy bien, cada día se espera la llegada de 4 pacientes. En promedio los pacientes llegan con un ratio teórico, llegan con un ritmo, con un ratio, ¿de cuánto? De 4 pacientes al día. ¿Eso significa que todos los días sí o sí van a llegar 4 pacientes? No. Eso no significa. Cada día se espera la llegada de 4 pacientes. Los pacientes llegan a un ritmo promedio de 4 pacientes al día. Pero no significa que tengan que llegar todos los días 4 sí o sí. Hay días que llegan más, hay días que llegan menos, hay días que también llegan 4. No pasa nada. ¿Listo? Vamos con el siguiente supuesto. ¿Cuál es? La ocurrencia o no ocurrencia en cualquier intervalo es independiente de la ocurrencia o no ocurrencia en cualquier otro intervalo. En algunos libros de manera sencilla lo colocan como las ocurrencias son independientes. Ya está. ¿Y cómo lo interpretaríamos para el caso de la veterinaria? Podríamos decir que el hecho de que venga un paciente no aumenta o disminuye la probabilidad de que venga otro paciente. Y si este supuesto no se cumple, ahí nos complicamos la vida porque ya no estaríamos ante una distribución de Poisson. Un caso en el que no se cumpla. ¿Qué pasaría si llega un perrito al consultorio y me dice, oiga doctor, tengo rabia, pero no sabe, antes de venir fui y visité a 6 amigos y les contagié la rabia, así que seguramente van a llegar aquí al consultorio. Pasan los días y empiezan a llegar un montón de perritos con rabia al consultorio. En este caso, ¿las ocurrencias van de forma independiente? No. Aquí hay una relación entre los pacientes. Un paciente contagió a varios. Hay una dependencia. Están relacionadas las ocurrencias. Son dependientes, no independientes. En ese caso no estaríamos ante una distribución de Poisson. En la distribución de Poisson, las ocurrencias son independientes. Muy bien. Último supuesto. 2 eventos no pueden ocurrir exactamente al mismo tiempo. En el caso de la veterinaria, 2 pacientes no pueden llegar exactamente al mismo tiempo. Primero llega uno y después llega el otro. Y listo, ya está. Así de sencillo. ¿Bien? Perfecto. Si se cumplen todos estos supuestos, entonces podemos decir que la variable aleatoria discreta X tiene una distribución de Poisson o sigue una distribución de Poisson. Y en ese caso ya podemos aplicar la formulita. Y te prometo que con esta partecita de la distribución de Poisson terminamos la teoría y se vienen los problemas. Mira la siguiente definición. Se dice que la variable aleatoria discreta X tiene una distribución de Poisson con parámetro mu, donde mu va a ser mayor que 0, si la función de probabilidad de X es, ¡tarán!, f de X, la probabilidad de que la variable aleatoria discreta X sea igual a un determinado valor, va a ser igual a e elevado a la menos mu, multiplicado por mu elevado a la X, y todo ello dividido entre X factorial. Atención con los valores de X, pues X solamente toma valores enteros mayores o iguales que 0. X no puede tomar valores negativos. Muy bien, esta formulita parece media extraña, hay algunos elementos ahí muy raros, pero ¿quién es quién aquí? Recordemos que la variable aleatoria discreta X, como es una variable aleatoria, va con letra mayúscula, mientras que sus valores, esos van con letra minúscula. ¿A quién más tenemos en la fórmula? F de X, la probabilidad de que la variable aleatoria discreta X sea igual a un determinado valor, ¿qué cosa es? Es la probabilidad de X ocurrencias en un intervalo. Ahí está, probabilidad de X ocurrencias en un intervalo. ¿Quién más? Aparece mu. Mu es la media valor esperado de X, de nuestra variable aleatoria discreta X. No lo olvides, mu, media valor esperado de X. Y por último, terminamos con E. E es la base de los logaritmos naturales. Su valor es 2,71828 y varios decimales más. Pero en la calculadora lo encontrarás como E. Es mi amigo. Muy bien. ¿Sabes qué hora es? Sí, es hora de arrancar con los problemas. Abajito en la información de este video hay una parte donde dice descarga la guía de ejercicios. Ahí encontrarás una guía con muchísimos problemas de la distribución de Poisson. Vamos a resolver juntos el problema número 1. La veterinaria de Jorge recibe un promedio de mu igual a 4 pacientes al día. Sabiendo que el número de pacientes que llegan en un día sigue una distribución de Poisson, nos piden calcular apartado A, la probabilidad de que lleguen 3 pacientes en un día. ¿Cómo resolveremos este problema? Mucha atención, vamos a leerlo juntos nuevamente y vemos qué datos tenemos. La veterinaria de Jorge recibe un promedio de mu igual a 4 pacientes al día. Está bueno. Sabiendo que el número de pacientes que llegan en un día sigue una distribución de Poisson. Mira esos 2 datos claves que ya nos han lanzado. Tenemos por aquí la media mu o valor esperado de 4 pacientes al día y nos dicen que el número de pacientes que llegan en un día sigue una distribución de Poisson. Con eso tenemos que calcular la probabilidad de que lleguen 3 pacientitos en un día. ¿Por dónde arrancamos? Definiendo siempre nuestra variable aleatoria. Y en una distribución de Poisson, la variable aleatoria de interés, ¿cuál va a ser? Para no perder la costumbre, la vamos a denotar con la letra X mayúscula. Y siempre va a ser el número de veces que ocurre un evento durante un intervalo definido. Ahí está, o número de ocurrencias durante un intervalo definido. Pero en este ejercicio la podemos colocar un poquito más guapa y simpática. Vamos a personalizarla. En lugar de colocar número de veces que ocurre un evento, vamos a colocar número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge durante un intervalo definido, en un día, intervalo de tiempo. Muy bien, ya está, y así nos queda mucho mejor. ¿Y qué nos dicen acerca de esta variable aleatoria del número de pacientes que llegan en un día, dice que sigue una distribución de Poisson. Dato súper importante. ¿Cómo colocaríamos eso? Vamos a decir que nuestra variable aleatoria x tiene o sigue una distribución de Poisson. Yo lo voy a colocar aquí, todo completo, Poisson. Y ojo, aquí se coloca un paréntesis y aquí se coloca el parámetro mu. Nuestra variable aleatoria discreta x tiene una distribución de Poisson con parámetro mu, donde ya tú sabes que mu, ¿qué cosa es? Es la media o valor esperado. Y en este caso, ¿cuánto es? 4 pacientes al día. Ahí lo tenemos. Muy bien. Aprovecho, ya que estoy por aquí, voy a borrar este mu y lo voy a cambiar ¿por qué? Por este 4, su valor. Ya está. X tiene una distribución de Poisson con parámetro mu igual a 4. Algo más que podamos hacer. Mira, ¿qué es lo que nos piden calcular por aquí? Dice calcular apartado A. Solo en el apartado A faltan como 8 apartados más. La probabilidad de que lleguen 3 pacientes en un día. La probabilidad, P mayúscula, ¿de qué? De que lleguen 3 pacientes en un día. Es decir, de que el número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge en un día, X, sea igual a ¿cuánto? Sea igual a 3. Ojo, otra vez. Calcular la probabilidad de que lleguen 3 pacientitos en un día. La probabilidad de que lleguen 3 pacientitos en un día, de que el número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge en un día, X, sea igual a 3. Ahí lo tenemos. Muy bien. Algo que siempre tenemos que verificar es que estamos trabajando con el mismo intervalo. Por aquí la variable aleatoria discreta trabaja con un intervalo de un día. Mu o valor esperado está trabajando con el intervalo de un día, 4 pacientes al día, 4 pacientes en un día. Y por aquí queremos calcular la probabilidad de ¿qué? De que lleguen 3 pacientes en un día. Muy bien, el mismo intervalo, un día, todo en orden. Si no tenemos el mismo intervalo, habrá que hacer ahí un pequeño artilugio que ya lo veremos en los siguientes videos. Y ahora, como sabemos que nuestra variable aleatoria discreta x tiene una distribución de Poisson, podemos aplicar la formulita función de probabilidad de la distribución de Poisson. Vamos a venir por aquí. ¿Cuál era la formulita? ¿Te acuerdas? F de x, la probabilidad de x ocurrencias en un intervalo, es igual a e, la base de los logaritmos naturales, elevado a la menos mu, la media valor esperado, por mu, elevado a la x, dividido todo ello entre x factorial. ¿Qué es lo que queremos calcular aquí? La probabilidad de que x sea igual a 3. La probabilidad de que x, de que el número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge en un día sea igual a 3. ¿Qué es lo que tenemos que hacer? Lo único que tenemos que hacer es cambiar este x chiquita, ¿por quién? Por un 3. Nada más, ahí está. El x chiquita lo cambiamos por un 3, por aquí. El x chiquita lo vamos a cambiar por un 3. Ahí lo tenemos. F de 3, la probabilidad de 3 ocurrencias en un intervalo, o de que el número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge en un día sea igual a 3, va a ser igual a e, la base de los logaritmos naturales. Muchos aquí la colocan como 2,71828 y algunos decimales más. Yo lo voy a dejar así, como y voy a dejarle ese trabajito a la calculadora, que ya viene en un ratito más, elevado a la menos mu, la media o valor esperado de x, que es 4. Ya lo tenemos. Multiplicado otra vez por mu, 4, elevado a la x chiquita, que vale 3. Lo estamos cambiando por un 3. Otra vez, x chiquita, 3. Y por aquí, el signo del factorial. Uy, aparece el símbolo del factorial y muchos ya se olvidaron del número factorial. ¿Cuál era la definición del número factorial? ¿La recuerdas? El factorial de un número n es el producto de los enteros positivos desde 1 hasta n. Nada más, n por aquí, n por acá. Ahora, si quisiéramos calcular, por ejemplo, 3 factorial, ¿a cuánto va a ser igual? Uy, es el producto de los enteros positivos desde 1 hasta n o hasta el número. En este caso, 3 por aquí, 3 por acá y ahí muere. Llegamos hasta 1, 2, en 3. En 3 ahí muere. Porque mira, ¿dónde muere? N por aquí, n por acá. 3 por aquí, 3 por acá. Seguimos multiplicando hasta que llegamos a este número. Ya llegué al 3. Ahí se queda. 3 factorial es 1 por 2, 2. 2 por 3, 6. Ahí lo tenemos. 3 factorial es igual a 6. Ojo, siempre me preguntan, profe, ¿y el 0 factorial? El 0 factorial. Ese es un caso particular. Vamos a anotarlo por aquí por si alguien se olvidó o quiere calcular f de 0. No se olviden que 0 factorial es igual a 1. Caso especial. Muy bien, ese también siempre viene, seguramente viene más adelante. ¿Dónde íbamos? Estamos por acá, ya tú sabes que yo siempre arranco por un tema, pero termino explicando otro. F de 3, la probabilidad de que x sea igual a 3 va a ser igual a ¿cuánto? Sacamos todos la calculadora, por favor. 5 puntos menos al que no trajo su calculadora el día de hoy. A ver, tenemos E. Lo colocamos, vamos a activar, ojo.
Teacher, I'm not watching anymore the video.
Yeah, the video just is not on the screen.
Stop sharing, teacher.
Teacher, we're not looking
Yes,
anymore at the video.
yes.
We're not looking anymore at the video. I don't know, it stopped sharing.
Starting, how many minutes ago?
Like 1 or 2 maybe.
Like one or two. It was in the part of the calculator.
Okay. Let me. Stop sharing. Okay, so it's almost finished, okay? Are you watching right now the video?
Yes.
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 3 factorial es igual a 6. Ojo, siempre viene. Sacamos todos la calculadora, por favor. 5 puntos menos al que no trajo su calculadora hoy. A ver. Colocamos, vamos a activar el E, por lo general se activa con la tecla alfa, con la tecla rojita, elevado a la menos 4. Vamos a cerrar paréntesis, otra vez, 4 elevado al cubo. ¿Me ayudas, por favor? Todo ello dividido entre 3 factorial. ¿Puedes colocar 3 factorial? Puedes colocar 6, es lo mismo. ¿Y cuánto nos queda? 0,1953666 y varios decimales más. Vamos a redondearlo a 4 decimales y vamos a obtener 0,1954 y ya está. Esa es la probabilidad que nos pide calcular este problemita. Vamos a hacer un extra y lo vamos a colocar también como porcentaje. ¿Cómo sería? Este mismo valor lo vamos a multiplicar por el 100%. Tenemos un 0, 2 ceros. Por lo tanto, esta comita va a correr 1 y 2 posiciones. Quedaría después del 9. Colocamos 19,54, pero no me puedo olvidar del símbolo de porcentaje. Y ya está. F de 3, la probabilidad de 3 ocurrencias o de que el número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge en un día sea igual a 3 es 0,1954 o 19,54%. Vamos con el apartado B. Y terminamos con el apartado B. Nos piden calcular la probabilidad de que lleguen 5 pacientes en un día. ¿Cómo se hace eso? Tú ya sabes cómo va la cosa, porque estoy seguro que a estas alturas eres casi ya un experto en la distribución de Poisson. Vamos a calcular la probabilidad de que el número de pacientes que llegan a la veterinaria de Jorge en un día X sea igual a ¿cuánto? Sea igual a 5. Es decir, la probabilidad de que lleguen 5 pacientes en un día. Y como nos dice que X tiene una distribución de Poisson, entonces su función de probabilidad está dada por esta formulita que tenemos por acá. F de X, la probabilidad de X ocurrencias, va a ser igual a E, la base de los logaritmos naturales, elevado a la menos mu, la media valor esperado de X por mu elevado a la X chiquita, y todo ello dividido entre X chiquita factorial. ¿Qué queremos calcular? La probabilidad de que X sea igual a 5. Lo colocamos por aquí. ¿Y qué es lo que estamos haciendo? Simplemente estamos cambiando la X chiquita ¿por cuánto? Por un 5. X chiquita lo cambiamos por un 5. Por eso calcularemos F de 5. La función evaluada en 5. Y va a ser igual a la base de los logaritmos naturales e, 2,71828 y varios decimales más. Yo la voy a dejar como e, que se encargue la calculadora, elevada a la menos mu. Ah, el valor de mu sí lo tengo que colocar. ¿Y cuánto es? 4 multiplicado por mu, ¿cuánto es? 4 elevado a la x chiquita. X chiquita lo estamos cambiando por un 5 dividido entre x chiquita 5 factorial. Terminamos por aquí, f de 5, probabilidad de x igual a 5 va a ser igual a ¿cuánto? Ayúdame con la calculadora, por favor. Y bien, arrancamos con la base de los logaritmos naturales elevada a la menos 4. Y ahora se viene 4 elevado a la 5. Colocamos ahí 4 elevado a la 5. Y todo ello dividido entre 5 factorial. Cerramos y ya está. ¿Cuánto nos queda? 0,15629,3. Viene por aquí. Vamos a dejarlo en 4 decimales. 0,15. ¿Qué más? 63. Perfecto. Ya está. Si es que alguien lo quiere como porcentaje, no hay problema. Aquí tenemos para todos los gustos. Este valor lo vamos a multiplicar por ¿cuánto? Por el 100%. Un 0, dos ceros, corremos la comita, 1 y 2 posiciones. Quedaría después del 5. Se viene entonces 1, 5. Ahora sí, comita, 6, 3. Y no me puedo olvidar del símbolo de porcentaje. Y ya tenemos la respuesta. 0,1563 lo marcamos o 15,63%.
Okay, I think this is enough. Do you have any question regarding the explanation this guy gave us? Questions? I think it's quite clear what he's trying to explain. We're not going over the whole mathematic background of this distribution, Poisson's distribution. We're going to take it for granted. What they're saying is that when the line of clients moves, we're going to see the probability that it's more or less like the Poisson's distribution, the probability of the clients, okay? We're not going over the background of these numbers because this is more for mathematic class, statistic class, okay? So we're gonna apply it, but I'm not gonna be questioning. And what we read before is that specialists have seen that most cases of Q lines, we can see that the distribution of these Q lines are more or less the Poisson's distribution case. Okay, so let me go back to what would be my presentations. Okay, so what we have said before is that analysts have observed that the patterns of arrivals is well described. These patterns of arrivals is well described with this Poisson's distribution, okay? Now, in the video, this guy uses mu, okay? Here we're gonna change it for lambda because we're gonna be using the mu for another formula, okay? Here we're gonna be using the mu, so in order to not get all mixed up, we're gonna use lambda. So the formula that he used, it was probability of happening X. It was like mu X times the, how you call Euler's number, exponent mu minus mu divided by factorial of X, okay? Instead of mu, we're gonna be using lambda in this case, okay? So let's go over an example that we got here. The formula we're going to be using is exactly the same we saw in the video. It's this one. And it says X is the number of arrivals in the time period, okay? Lambda is the mean number, número promedio, of arrivals, and we're going to call it the arrival rate, okay? E is the Euler's number, okay? And we're gonna use it as E. We're gonna be using Excel for that. Now, in our example, they say that for an arrival rate of 45 clients per hour, that means that if they receive 45 clients in 1 hour, it will be the same as 0.75 clients per minute, okay? In this case, they're using it as the period of time is minute. Now, important here is we always use the same period of time, minutes and also minutes, okay? We have to use also always the same period of time. We're gonna be using for the arrival rate hours, then the whole exercise would be in hours, okay? So for example, the probability that no customers arrive in a period of none of 1 minute would be of 47.24, okay? I don't know if this is correct. Let me check this one, okay? But the probability that no customers arrive is 47, and this would be 47% with a mu equal to 75, okay? The probability of that a customer will arrive in 1 minute is of 35%, and the probability that 2 customers will arrive in 1 minute is of 13%. What I did, I made this graph for the same formula for Poisson's distribution. And if you see, my lowest number for lambda is 0.25, is this one, okay? It goes like, it's more like an exponential graph. And my largest number is 10, it's the green one, is this one. So it's quite interesting watching what happens when lambda grows, starts like coming from exponential to more to a normal distribution, okay? In this case, the number we have, it's of 75. So it's the blue one. It's our example of the Burger Dom company, okay? So we're gonna be working with this one over here. Okay, now let's go. What would be the probability that no customers arrive at 0 minutes? It would be of 47. Okay, so here we got 47%. Probability that one customer, it's sometimes, no? One customer will arrive at the first minute. One customer will arrive at the first minute. It's more or less 36%. That one customers arrive at 2 minutes, it would be of more or less 13%. And we can see that then it goes all the way down to 13% or less. Here would be more or less like 4%, okay? So this is the way we're gonna be using this information on Thursday with 5 more formulas, okay? What I wanted to do today is have this quite clear that next class, when I talk about Poisson's probability, you already know what we're talking about. Anyway, I'm gonna bring it back next class for you to remember, okay? Now, what time is it? 18:34, we finish at 18:15, so that means we got 15 more minutes, okay? So I'm gonna go a little bit faster. In the practice, what happens in the practice? The number of arrivals per time of period is recorded for several days. That means from Monday through Friday, I'm gonna be recording the arrivals, okay? And its frequency distribution should be compared against Poisson's probability. In this occasion, we're assuming this distribution, okay? With the 4 assumptions they were mentioned in the video, okay? The examples we're gonna be working with are gonna be used with this Poisson probability distributions. There are other types of distributions, but most of the cases fall in this one, okay? Now, the second part, the service rate. The service time is the time a customer spends at the service facility once the service has started, okay? So this service time starts when a customer begins to place the order with the dispatcher. This would be like the second part of the line that we saw, okay? Service may vary. Why? Because clients are going to be asking for in the order for different products in different quantities, okay? And here the probability distribution, the pattern of the service time, it's more related to what we call the exponential probability distribution. The exponential looks like this, okay? These are different cases. Now let's go over the case that we have in the example. Using an exponential probability distribution, the probability that the service time is less than or equal due to a t time will be given by this formula, okay? 1 minus e, and the exponent is minus mu t, okay? And here, mu is the mean number of the units that can be served per period of time, and it's also known as the service rate, okay? The other E, you know, it's Euler's number. Okay, so for the example that we're gonna be working next class, we have that mu is given by 60 orders in 1 hour, but we have to convert this hour in minutes, so it would be 1 order per minute, okay? So applying the formula, what we can say is there's a 39% probability that an order will be processed in ½ minute or less. Or we can say that there's going to be 63% of probability that an order will be processed in 1 minute or less. Here, when we use 2 minutes, we say that there's going to be a probability of 87% of probability that an order will be processed in 2 minutes or less, okay? Right now, I don't expect you to understand the numbers that we're calculating.
¿Hay manzanas?
No, no hay
¿Hay
manzana.
manzanas?
Sí hubo manzanas. Okay, so what we're expecting, I don't expect you to understand the numbers we're calculating, but mainly what I want you is to get familiarized because we're going to be using these numbers in the example for Thursday, okay? Now, here we're assuming that the service time, its pattern follows the exponential probability distribution, okay? And in practice, we'll have to analyze. In this occasion, we're not going to be practicing. We're going to stay with this exponential probability distribution as a good one. Now, 2 more concepts, okay? The Q discipline. Here, we must define the way in which the waiting units are served, okay? In this case, in most of the cases, the general for most customer-facing lines is that units waiting to be served are arranged so that the first to arrive are the first to be served. And that's called FCFS, first comes, first served, okay? Here, we assume only waiting lines based on FSFC. Can you give me an example of different discipline? Have you been to Banamex or Bancomer?
Yes, they give you a ticket, no?
Yes, but the first thing that the dispatcher asks you is, are you a client of the bank? Yes or no? You say, yes, I'm a client of the bank. Okay, can you show me your credit or your debit card? Oh, yes, here it is. Oh, please pass through the machine and we'll give you a ticket. So they're not really using this first comes, first serve, because the first thing they do is you come in and then they make 2 lines, depending if you are a client from the bank or a non-client and you're just going to make some cash operation, okay? And they get preference, these ones. I've been there in Bancomer, and for example, here you're gonna find 3 guys, and here you're gonna find like 15, okay? And for sure, this one comes after the 15 ones, but they're gonna get a preference situation. In these situations, we're gonna be using the discipline of first comes, first serve. There's no preference, okay? On the other hand, we're gonna be also operating what we call the steady state operation. What does it mean? When restaurant opens or any service opens, most of the times it doesn't happens with banks, okay? The activity increases steadily. That means a burger company opens, and at the beginning, the service is gonna be slow, then it's gonna be growing, and then it's gonna be reducing over the afternoon, okay? So when we have a steady service over here, this is what we're gonna be studying, because this is where we have the problem, not at the beginning or at the end of the day, okay? So this transitory periods ends when the system reaches the constant or normal operation, and it's around this process, okay? Models describe the constant steady state operating characteristic of a waiting line. They do not include this begin or end situations. Questions here? Do you have any question? No question. Okay, so I know that one of the questions would be, I didn't understand how we're gonna be using those numbers. Don't worry, we're gonna see that on our next class, okay? Right now, we just put the base, the support for understanding the numbers we're gonna be working on the example for Thursday, okay? And it will be easier to first understand that when we talk about the first part, remember the name? I always forget them, arrival rate. When we talk about arrival rate, we're gonna be using the Poisson's distribution formula. And when we talk about service rate, we're gonna be using this service. Now, let's, for example, watch what we got here. 1 minute order per minute. If we go to our graph, here we got 60 over 60. This is equal to 1, okay? So we're talking that it's our yellow one, and it's increasing here, like this, okay? So at the first minute, the probability, how it was questioned? Okay, there's a 63% probability that an order will be processed in 1 minute or less. Okay, here it's 63. No, 1 minute, wait. Oh, no, it's not the yellow, it's the blue one. Why didn't you say nothing? It's the blue one, this one. Okay, so my probability here is 63%. Here is gonna be 87%, and it's growing, okay? So the more time we give, we're gonna get closer to 100%. Okay, it's exponential, and this is the way an exponential graph works. Okay, so if you don't have any question, we're gonna leave class here today. And I'm gonna ask you please to connect on time next class, remember? Okay, so that we can finish each class 10 minutes before, so that you can stretch, drink water, or go to the bathroom without problem. Questions?
Nothing.
No.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay.
This is gonna be in Excel or by hand?
We're gonna be doing it on Excel. We're gonna be doing the example next Thursday on Excel. We're missing one quiz. The last quiz is gonna be, I don't know how they say it in English, un formulario, like a summary of formulas. We're gonna be using a lot of formulas right now. So we're gonna be doing, that's instead of doing not a quiz or a conceptual map, we're gonna be doing this summary of formulas. That's gonna be like part of the last conceptual map, okay? And that's for you to use it during your last test, okay? And also, we're missing 2 activities in 1 project. So we're gonna be working this next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, the 2 activities that we have pending. And the last week before the test, we're gonna be working on the project, okay? That week is only exclusive for project. I haven't defined yet if the project is gonna be about topic 4. That was the last topic we saw last week. That was for, do you remember what we saw?
The networks?
Yes, networks, or if it's gonna be about queue lines. I'm not sure. I like more networks. I think there's a lot of math not understood here. You're gonna see on Thursday, there's gonna be a lot of formulas and just apply them, but we are not gonna fully understand where they come from. It's quite interesting. To be honest, I like more networks. It's more logical, no? So I'm considering more going over a project with networks a little bit more.
Make it easy because I need to graduate myself this semester. So I need to pass this subject.
Okay, you know what's your main problem, Mauricio? You don't read the rubrics.
Yes, the rubric.
And you miss part of the information. That's the main problem with you. You really give good works, but missing information, okay? So be careful with you have been doing better, but you got to take care of if you check your grades, most of them are low because you didn't deliver the whole information. Yes or no?
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's something I told you, everyone, that has been my experience. Low grades are related that either or they don't deliver the work or they're delivering half of the work because they didn't read the rubric. How many times did I ask for bibliography and many of you guys didn't deliver? And now it was funny for the networks. All of you guys, most of them give me the bibliography. I didn't ask for bibliography in this last occasion. And not on this last one, but the one before, instead of giving me Anderson bibliography, many of you guys give me Hilliers. So you got to check rubrics. Before you deliver, read the rubric. So you grade your own self and be sure you get 100, okay?
Yes.
Guys, have a nice week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, teacher, I already upload the activity for the last week.
Okay.
So it's already complete.
I hope so. Mauricio. I'm gonna grade them tonight, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Teacher.